Heart of Russia was almost finished. Then it disappeared. So what actually happened? SCS announced Heart of Russia back in March 2021, showing massive landscapes, rivers, forests, and villages. By early 2022, Pavel Zieber confirmed the DLC was roughly 6 to 8 weeks from release, meaning it was basically done. What made Heart of Russia special wasn't just the location. This DLC was designed to be one of the largest and most detailed ETS2 expansions ever. Russia's scale meant longer highways, fewer cities, and more realistic long-haul trucking, something many ETS2 players had been asking for. Then, in February 2022, real-world events changed everything. In March, SCS announced they were indefinitely postponing Heart of Russia. Instead, SCS focused on a Ukraine charity DLC, with proceeds going to help people affected by the war, which made releasing Heart of Russia at the same time feel inappropriate. SCS explained they didn't want a DLC called Heart of Russia to be released during a war, as it could be misunderstood or cause pain, especially for Ukrainian players and team members. So Heart of Russia remains on ice, almost finished, not cancelled, just waiting for the right moment if that moment ever comes. In game development, paused doesn't mean deleted. A cancelled DLC usually disappears completely. Heart of Russia did not. The trailer is still public. The blog posts still exist. And SCS has never said the project is cancelled. Some players ask, why not just rename the DLC and release it? But by 2022, the branding, marketing, and identity of Heart of Russia were already finished. Changing the name wouldn't change the timing, and timing was the real issue. Another reason this DLC is complicated is technical. Heart of Russia was built for an older ETS2 map structure. With ETS2 constantly evolving, lighting assets, road systems releasing it years later would likely require extra rework. While Heart of Russia remains on hold, ETS2 hasn't stopped growing. SCS shifted focus to other regions, improving map quality, realism, and long-distance driving, lessons that were originally planned for Heart of Russia. So Heart of Russia remains on ice, almost finished, not cancelled, just waiting for the right moment if that moment ever comes. And that's everything we currently know about Heart of Russia. If you want more ETS2 and ATS news, updates, and deep dives like this, consider subscribing. I will see you on the next one.